Hello everyone, greetings. Today we are going to talk on the topic volume feeding unit number 2, and the subtopic is institutional and industrial catering. Scope: volume feeding serving a large number of people, type of institutional and industrial catering, problem associated with the types of catering, scope of development and growth. Volume feeding. The term volume feeding symbolizes a personal setup with modern and specialized equipments and professional cooking large quantities or quantities of food following the best practices and safety standards. The organization required for bulk cooking is, however, more complex in nature than that of small commercial establishment. Number one, quantity food production requires attention to planning, forecasting the quantity of food to be cooked, merchandising and selling the product, and developing strategies for selling the finished product. Number two, the hospitality industry is not restricted to only commercial establishment, but it also caters to non-commercial establishments. Growth in the industrial sector led to business houses setting up large factories and industries. This meant providing food to people working in those organizations and thus gave rise to industrial catering. Number three, hospitality service of food are provided to factories, departmental stores, sports centers, clubs, schools, universities, armed forces, and even prisons. Number four, the growth of travel and tourism industry has led to air, sea, and railways catering. Special dietary requirement for hospitalized patients gave rise to hospital catering. Number five, quality control, quantity control, and portion control are very important. Employee evaluation, test panel scoring, customers' reactions, and other means can be used to evaluate quality. Institutional and industrial catering. Institutional catering are those catering which is run or catered in the institutions, schools, colleges, universities, etc. In short, in the educational hubs. And industrial catering are those catering which is been catered at the industrial places, power plants where the workers are working, etc. So the types which we are going to discuss are the profit oriented, commercial catering, restaurants, cafe, etc. Within the premises, catering to all the people, students, staff, visitors, etc. Running on break even, industrial canteens, college canteens, catering to staff requirements only. So break even is no loss, no profit. That is what we can assume and what we can take. Subsidized, serving meal as a part of employee or students welfare scheme. Next, mostly institutional and industrial catering are non-profit oriented. Continuation. Number two is menu consideration. Cyclic menu for regular meals and limited choices in canteens. Nutritional requirements are kept in mind while planning menu. Reasonable prices consistent with service offered. Menu are relatively simple, which can be prepared by staff in limited time. Special menus are prepared for special occasions as festivals, functions, etc. Continuation number three, problem associated. Menu fatigue, portion control, blending nutritional aspect with taste in little difficult. Example, porridge is a healthy food, but most of the people do not like it. Next point, people eat in various proportion. For example, men will eat more than the women, and the people working or people doing physical labors eat more than those who do the office work. Staff serving food find it difficult to meet the expectation of customers. Example, everyone cannot be given a leg piece of chicken. Next point, also a large number of people are to be fed in a limited time. Next point, arranging adequate facilities and managing them is a challenge, like space of dining hall, seating arrangement, food and water services, etc. Chef has worked within the tight budget and yet has to meet the high expectations of customers. Institutional catering. As we have discussed earlier, institutional catering are those catering which runs in the schools or caters at the schools, college, or in the institutional areas or the institutional hubs. They are responsible for developing good food habits amongst the children of the nation and helping to develop strong, healthy population. These children or youth are generally in the age of 5 to 25 of years of age. In modern world, institutional catering is responsible for health and welfare of younger generation as it involves catering in youth in school, college and residential universities. Next, it involves catering for youth in school, colleges and residentials, universities. Next point, the main customer here are students. Next point, the main focus is on health, hygiene, and nutrition since children need to have the right kind of nutrition. Seasonal foods are also included in the meals. The main responsible of institutional catering is the welfare and health of the younger generation. Industrial catering, as we have discussed earlier as well, industrial catering are those catering which caters to the workers in the companies or the workers in the industries or the power plants, etc. Number one, the industrial catering expects to serve all the employees of the firm from factory workers up to board level members. Number two, depending on the management policy of the firm, the catering facilities will be available to all personnel or there will be segregated dining room for different grade staff. Number three, the style of service in senior dining room may be silver, family or buffet service and in many aspects it is similar to the banqueting operation of a hotel. Next point is catering and caterer is responsible for the health and welfare of the employee. So how do we improve the meals? Why meals needs to be provided or why meals are provided? Increase productivity, number one. Number two is the health of employees. Number three is increased morale of employees. So overall, which we are looking is making the or keeping the staff happy, providing a good meal with the high nutritive values in the food, with providing different kinds of menus on different days. Example, the cyclic menu. Volume feeding in India. The difference between small and mass food production is very difficult to define. However, most food standard principles and large number of techniques are the same. Some define quantity food production as the production of 25 or more portion. A food service unit basically fall under two major grouping, commercial and non-commercial. Commercial are something or commercial are those establishments which are open to the public, are operated for profit and which may operate facilities and serving on a regular basis for others. Non-commercial are food service in schools, universities, hospitals and other transportations, armed forces, industrial plants and correctional units are in the second group and may not show a profit or even balance out financially at the break-even point. So here are a few examples of the commercial operation and non-commercial operation. At the same time, outlets under that comes under the commercial catering. General market, where these are the general market which owned by by the individual or maybe with the groups, but it will be a profit oriented. Restricted market are also those owned by the individual or the group, but this we focus on the groups. And on the other side, it is not the profit oriented, rather it is lump sum or the break even oriented. These are not the non-profit oriented. Volume feeding in India, the silent features is a cyclic menu, non-profit oriented, to serve hygienically prepared food. Food is primarily as a service to complement their other activities and contribute to the fulfillment of the objectives of the firm. Educational experience for those who are involved as they happen to experience different regional cuisines through the cyclic menu. Volume feeding in India continuation. Quantity control, portion control are very important and their characteristics to indicate quality in a product. Number two, a purchase specification and finding the right products can do much to raise and maintain the quality standard. Proper forecasting of qualities needs in production and controlling portion size are two essentials of good quality controls. Number three, giving liberal quantities of less costly food and smaller one of the more expensive food can be practiced. The portion appearance is affected by the portion size and shape of the dish, decoration and width of the rim, dish color and food arrangement. Scope for development and growth. Indenting. Indenting is a document stating the requirement of goods with the quantity required along with its specification. It is sent to the store department, which in turn procures the item and dispatches the same to the department on the same day or the specific day. Order of writing food items while indenting. Non-perishable, that is flour, lentils, rice, oil, spices, whole or powder. This non-perishable are those which do not easily spoiled. Dairy product, these are all the perishable item which comes under, like milk, curd, ghee, paneer, butter, cream, khoa and egg. Perishables, vegetables and fruits. Non-veg item like fish, chicken, mutton, etc. Any tin or canned product. Sugar, dry fruits, etc. Portion size for common food items are dal 25 to 30 portion. This is a portion which is given by 1 kg of quantity or the yield and how many it can be served. Dal 25 to 30 portions can be served by 1 kg. 1 kg of rice can be served to 8 to 10 and at a maximum of 10 to 12 portion. 1 kg of paneer can be served to 100 portion. Chicken of 1 kg will be served to 5 to 6 portion, but yes, depends on is it a gravy or a dry or a fry. Payasam 1 liter can be served to 8 to 10 people. Also again depends on what type of payasam you are serving on. Scope and development continuation. Factors affecting indenting. The number of persons to fed, number of items on the menu, choice provided on the menu, number of veg and non-veg items, mise en place to be maintained, beef, mutton, chicken eaters, Indian bread and rice, type of people to dine, choices of desserts provided, if a dry or gravy preparations inclusive, selling price of the menu, number of vegetarians, silver plated or buffet service, if a la carte or a buffet or a banquet. So in this continuation of scope for development and growth, equipments, classification of equipments, heavy duty equipments, medium duty equipments, light duty equipments. So according to the order of use in the production cycle, receiving equipments, storing equipments and kitchen equipments. So what basically does is when we give the specification orders to purchase, then the purchase or the store people purchase the raw materials and it has to be received after checking. After checking, it has to be sanitized, clean, what necessary steps has to be taken, it will be taken and it will be stored uh, in the walk-in or in the store area or a dry store area. Then it will be distributed and preparations. All these steps will be followed in the receiving to the kitchen equipments. So all this we do need an equipments to perform the work. For that reason, receiving equipment, storing equipments and kitchen equipments are very much important in this regards as well. According to the mode of operation, fully handed operated, semi-automatic operated, fully automatic operated. These are few examples of the operated utensils or tools. Scope for development and growth. Selection criteria. Size and types of establishment. Menu. Purpose for which equipment to be used. Utility in terms of design. Frequency of use. Availability of spare parts. Ease of installation, maintenance and operation. Noise level. Price, safety, economy, ease in cleaning, attractiveness, source of supply. Continuation number 3, purchase equipment. Selection of suppliers on the basis of past experience, equipment catalog, interviewing salesmen, trade directories and journals, competitive experience, trade fair and seminars, and quotations. Number 2, which comes under is purchase specification. Number 3, purchase procedures. So in the purchase specification, you will be giving on what do you need, how do you need, how many do you need, means the exact requirement on the color, size, durability, and what exactly you require. All the details is what we are talking on this purchase specification. Number 3, purchase procedures. Recognition of needs, selection of sources of supply, inquiries regarding price, placing the order, following up the order, specification of equipments required, checking the invoices received against specification, maintaining records and files, maintaining public relations with vendors. Next, continuation number 4, care and maintenance of equipments. All equipment, large or small, heavy or light, require care in handling, use and storage in order to extend its life to the maximum and to reduce its rate of depreciation and maintain it in reasonably attractive and efficient condition. Number 1, care and maintenance of equipment begins at the time of purchase. Number 2, proper installation is another major requirement to ensure proper care of equipments. Sanitary equipment should be installed far enough from the wall for easy cleaning. Number 3, there should not be too many pipes or electrical cords near the equipment, as it will create difficulties in cleaning and may contribute a safety hazards for cleanliness. Number 4, as per the type of equipments and the purpose for which it is being used, the equipment should be cleaned after every use, daily or periodically. Number 5 point, besides cleaning, heavy or medium duty equipment also requires oiling, greasing, repainting, etc. And as per the instruction of manufacturers, the equipment should be dismantled to clean every component or parts. Scope for development and growth. Number 5. List of manufacturers, the companies which we are talking about. Electrolux, the brand. Hobart Continental Equipments India Private Limited, Wright Equipment Private Limited, Transport Enterprises, Garland, Colin, Blue Star, uh, one of the best using company or brand, LI Equipments, Santosh, and Siva Kitchen. Siva Kitchen is also one of the most using brand in India. Number 6, heat and cold generating equipments. It is equipments that is used for keeping both hot and cold food items. The lower part is refrigerated and has cold compartments which are used for storing food items like salads, cream, butter, etc. The upper is the heated part which is heated by the heat generated from the refrigerated parts compressor or coil motor. It is used for keeping hot items like soup, sauce, etc. Heated part and refrigerated part are separated by layers of insulations material like glass, wools, etc. Thank you very much.